in the last classes we discussed about the chapter that is conservation of plant and animal, and in this chapter we studied about the deforestation and how do we do deforestation and what will be the consequences of deforestation in future. Okay, so after that we conclude that to overcome from this situation which arises due to the deforestation, what do we need to do? We need to do the conservation of plant and animals. ठीक है, plant and animals का हमें conservation करना पड़ेगा. But now the question arises that how could we do it? ठीक है, so we can conserve the plant and animal in their ecosystem, in their natural habitat. So we are we are making the biosphere reserve here, we are making national parks, and we are making wildlife sanctuaries. Okay, so that much already we discussed. Okay, now I'm coming to the biosphere reserve here. So I told you about the Uttarakhand that we have one biosphere reserve here. Basically a biosphere reserve is a larger area where we are protecting the biodiversity. Okay, the biodiversity, it includes the plant, it includes the animals, it includes the microorganism and the tribes also. Okay, so when we are talking about the biosphere reserve, it means biosphere kya hoga, that is the larger area. Fine, larger area, it may be that it touches 2 districts, it may be that it touches more than 2 districts. Fine, so first it is a larger area. Okay, now what we are doing in this area, so we are make sure that in that in that biosphere reserve where we are protecting plant, animals, small microorganism and the tribes also. ठीक है, because you know that your tribes are like Adivasi या जो भी whatever the tribes are living on that particular area, they are dependent on that place, on that forest for their livelihoods. ठीक है, so we cannot eliminate these tribes from that place, so we are including the tribes also. Okay, so hope this is clear to you that what is a biosphere reserve. Biosphere reserve is a larger area where we are protecting the whole biodiversity. Okay, when we are talking about the biodiversity, it includes flora, it includes fauna, it includes the microorganism and the tribes also. Okay, so hope this is clear to you. Okay, now when we are talking about our state, okay, so we all are living in Uttarakhand. So as I told you that in Uttarakhand we have only the one biosphere reserve which is called as the Nanda Devi Biosphere Reserve. ठीक है, now Nanda Devi Biosphere Reserve जो area है, that is more than 5,546 something square kilometer, the area of this biosphere reserve, and this biosphere reserve which is Nanda Devi Biosphere Reserve, it touches to the 3 district. ठीक है, अब वो कौन से district है? First is a Chamoli which is on Garhwal. ठीक है, second is that Pithoragarh in which you are living, this is Pithoragarh, and third is that Bageshwar. Fine, so there are 3 districts which touches to your Nanda Devi Biosphere Reserve. So now you can imagine that how much area the Biosphere Reserve is actually touching. Fine, so it is more than 5,000. Okay, so in Uttarakhand we have only the one Biosphere Reserve, but in India we have so many Biosphere Reserve. Fine, so now let's see the book. So here you can see this biosphere reserve. It was mentioned that another biosphere reserve, this is the Panchmani Biosphere Reserve, consists of one national park named Satpura and 2 wildlife sanctuary named Bori and Panchmani. So Panchmani is also a biosphere reserve. So even you can write down the name of 2 and 3 also. ठीक है, already we discussed about this activity, so in this video I am not going to explain this activity. Already we discussed and you have done in your classbook copy. Fine, now come to that another one. This is flora and fauna. ठीक है, so as I told you, in the language of a science we are using the term flora and fauna in the case of a plant and animals. ठीक है, so flora and fauna, it means plant and animals. You can see that here it is also written that if you will read this paragraph, you will get that flora and fauna. Flora, it means see, the plant and animal found in a particular area are termed as flora and fauna respectively of that area. Fauna means animals, fine. So you can see the beautiful picture of these flora and fauna also. This is clear. Endemic species already we discussed little bit. I'm giving you the introduction, fine. So endemic species is that species which found in a particular area, okay? Like you can see the picture of a giant squirrel. It is found in a specific area. Number of species is more, but it just found in a particular area. Just suppose that if I will say that this species is found in हरिद्वार या in उत्तराखंड में, मान लो अल्मोड़ा में मिलती है, बट बागेश्वर में नहीं मिलेगी, पिथौरागढ़ में नहीं मिलेगी, बट अल्मोड़ा के अंदर इट विल बी फाउंड अबंडेंटली, ठीक है? मतलब ये मिलती नहीं है, लेकिन आई एम जस्ट गिविंग यू द एग्जांपल कि एंडेमिक स्पीशीज इज दैट और दोज स्पीशीज और प्लांट और एनिमल विच आर फाउंड एक्सक्लूसिवली इन अ पर्टिकुलर एरिया बेसिकली, फाइन. तो दिस इज द एंडेमिक species. Already we discussed about it, fine. Now next we are coming to the wildlife sanctuary. So as I already told you, wildlife sanctuary is that area where we are protecting animals, okay? We talk about the Uttarakhand. तो उत्तराखंड में we have 8 wildlife sanctuaries as I already discussed, ठीक है? तो अब अगर if I will come to your district पिथौरागढ़, तो पिथौरागढ़ में you know that there is a wildlife sanctuary which is known as Ascot Wildlife Sanctuary, which basically protecting the musk deer, okay? तो musk deer is a very famous deer in which have a musk, ठीक है? Musk is a very fragrant material by which we are getting the lot of medicines and we are making perfume and all from this musk, okay? So wildlife sanctuary is that area where we are protecting the wild animals from the humans and the others, ठीक है? और अगर if we are comparing the areas, तो वो wildlife sanctuaries are smaller in areas in comparative to the biosphere reservoir, ठीक है? Biosphere reservoir is a larger area, clear? तो you should know that how many wildlife sanctuaries present in your state. That is 8 in that. So you should know the name like Ascot Wildlife Sanctuary है, बिंसर Wildlife Sanctuary है, केदारनाथ Wildlife Sanctuary. तो there are so many. आप learn करिए और search कीजिएगा, ठीक है? थर्ड है नेशनल पार्क. नेशनल पार्क एज आई टोल्ड यू, नेशनल पार्क भी क्या है? द एरियाज हैं वेर वी आर प्रोटेक्टिंग द एनिमल्स इन देयर नेचुरल हैबिटेट एंड दे आर यूजिंग दिस नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज ऑल्सो, फाइन. लाइक यू ऑल विजिटेड टू द जिम कॉर्बेट नेशनल पार्क विच इज बेसिकली प्रोटेक्टिंग द टाइगर बट अदर एनिमल्स ऑल्सो, ठीक है? यू हैव सीन दैट नियर टू द नैनीताल, रामनगर डिस्ट्रिक्ट में, रामनगर में इट इज नियर टू द रामनगर एंड इट इज इन द डिस्ट्रिक्ट नैनीताल, ठीक है? तो होप्स आपने देखा होगा. तो दिस इज द नेशनल पार्क. नेशनल पार्क इज दैट एरिया वेर वी आर कीपिंग, वेर वी आर प्रोटेक्टिंग, वेर वी आर प्रिजर्विंग द फ्लोरा, फना, लैंडस्केप एंड हिस्टोरिकल थिंग्स, ठीक है? एवरीथिंग विद एनिमल्स ऑल्सो एंड वी आर प्रोवाइडिंग दैम such a good environment to these animals, okay? So this is the national park. So you should know that in Uttarakhand there are 6 national park are there. Like जैसे कि आपने देखा होगा यहाँ पे जैसे नंदा देवी नेशनल पार्क is also there, fine. Like Corbett National Park is also there, Dudhwa National Park is also there. So you can see that, fine. Now you can see the beautiful picture of these animals like tiger, barasingha and wild buffalo also. And here one word is written that is endangered. Now what do you understand by this term endangered? Endangered, it means that the number of these animals are very less now, ठीक है? अभी हैं ये दुनिया में, they are present in the world, they are present in the earth, but अगर if we will if we will hunt them or if we will poach them same like that, तो might be possible then after 10 years, after 50 years or after 100 years they will be extinct, they will be not present in the earth to see, like dinosaurs, ठीक है? Dinosaur earlier it was there, earlier the dinosaur was there in the world, they present in the earth, but now there is no any dinosaur because you know that dinosaur are extinct now, they are not present now, ठीक है? But endangered it means they are present but the number of these animals are very less, okay? So endangered it means that, okay? So you can see that these all animals are endangered, ठीक है? बारहसिंगा भी there is endangered species, okay? So you should know about that, okay? अब यहाँ पे एक term, there is one more term is there, that is ecosystem. Now what do we understand by this term? Ecosystem means when we are talking about the all things like plant, animals, microorganism, everything, ठीक है. और they also include the non living environment also, कि वहाँ पे क्या climatic conditions हैं, soil की quality क्या है, is there any river or not flowing. तो ये सब चीज़ें मतलब means when we are talking about ecosystem, that means we are talking about the biotic and abiotic component and their interaction with each other. Okay, so hope this is clear to you. Fine. In the next video we will study about the red data book migration, and this one in next video we'll cover this. Now what is your work of today? ठीक है. So what you have to do today, you have to write the answer of these question. Sorry, you have to note down the questions only. ठीक है. Question number 1 you have to note it down, and question number 11 आपको क्या करना है, you have to note it down in a classwork copy, only questions. ठीक है. In the next video we will discuss the answer of these questions. Fine. So hope इतना काम आप करेंगे, and you will send the screenshot of the work to me